Yeah, another day, another video. Alright, now for this one, I want to continue on the motorcycle mentality, and this one pretty much going to be based on my own personal experience. And you guys can actually learn from my experience on to what to expect. See, a lot of people, especially on YouTube, they don't really explain, oh, okay, you get your motorcycle. I mean, I did the video like how to get your motorcycle and ride off. They don't really go in depth like what I'm gonna do. Pretty much, again, like I said, this is based on my own experience when I picked up my motorcycle. See, I went there, I had to wait a little bit, me and Showstopper, because we decided to, he decided to get his bike the same day I got mine. And of course, it was very exciting. We both showed up. We had to wait a little bit till they first, do their whole final checkups and everything with the bike. They were brand new, both of them, so they had to make sure everything runs well, stuff like that. And then it came time to actually, get the keys to the bike. And, the dealer that helped me out named Rich, really awesome dealer, well, salesman, pretty much not a dealer. The salesman, he was really cool. He took us outside where our bikes were, and for me, it was kind of like, wow, this is it. And it's like a little bit exciting, maybe a little emotional. It's one of those things where it's like, I've always wanted to get a motorcycle. I've always dreamed of it, and it's happening. And through the fruits of my labor, of all the hard work and everything, especially going to the motorcycle school and all that stuff, and the money I spent, it was very invigorating. So to see the bike like right there on its kickstand, just chilling, and it's like I got the keys for it. So again, Rich, being the cool cat he was, he went through the rundown for both myself and Showstoppers, our motorcycle. Showed us what each button does, what specialties they offer, what to look out for, how to activate these things on, where's the window glass to check the oil. He just went through the whole thing, the whole bike from the front all the way to the rear for both of our bikes, because both myself and Showstopper, we got two different motorcycles. So yeah, then he was like, as soon as he was done, he gave us all the booklets and everything. He was like, congratulations, these are yours. And that's where it was like all this, good feeling, and then all of a sudden nervousness, kicked into my ass, because right across from us was this whole, obviously it was a biker club. Well, I wouldn't say it's more like a club. It's like a group of motorcycle fans who are just, right in front of them. You can obviously tell they're very experienced. And I'm like, I'm going to wait till they ask leave, because I ain't want to embarrass myself. So finally they left, and then I told Showstoppers to go ahead, and he went. And then it came time for me to go ahead and ride. And of course, I knew there was people behind the glass watching, like Rich and other people. And I'm like, okay, here it is. Turn the key. Hit the button, to turn it on. And then I went for the startup button. And the moment I was about to start, I took a nice deep breath, hit the button, and just hearing and feeling my motorcycle. Now, mind you, I want to let y'all know, I did not test drive this motorcycle. No, I looked at it, I sat on it, found out that, hey, it's actually really comfortable. I'll take this. That's pretty much what happened. Well, there was more to it, than that. But it's like I didn't even test ride it, which for some of you guys probably like, why didn't you? Others is probably like, well, for me, I just felt like, you know what? If I'm gonna learn the bike, why not appreciate the bike for who it is, for what it is. I still haven't decided if it's a boy or a girl. It's a motorcycle to me, but it was really cool, especially since it was brand new. It just, sorry, I'm seeming a little distracted, but anyway, it was just really cool. So when I felt that motor for the first time, and I revved it a couple times just to hear it sound, what it sounded like, because I have not heard how it sounded. And the feeling was like, shit, I got to ride on the street. Fuck. That was the first thing that kicked in. Cause it was like, you know, like I said, back when I did motorcycle mentality, my earlier videos about, you know, when I passed everything, the instructor said, congratulations, you now know how to ride a motorcycle in a parking lot. Guess what? I get to ride in the street with active drivers. And for those of you that know from my earlier videos, I look at everybody as assholes. So how do you think I feel on first time about to ride in the street on this motorcycle? Yeah, I'm surrounded by assholes that want to kill me. So, you know, I started easing the clutch. And the first thing I kept telling myself, because I knew people were watching, especially Rich, I was like, please don't stall. Please don't stall. Don't even fucking stall. Now, that is embarrassing. If you stall the bike and you haven't even left the lot yet, yeah, that's kind of embarrassing. I can lie and be like, oh, I was just testing the friction. Yeah, I was testing it out. Sure, no, they're going to know you stalled the bike. But I didn't stall. I got to the edge of the the exit ramp. I looked both sides, and then I drove. Well, I rode. I just started going on the street. And already within, I want to say 5 or maybe 7 minutes, a big ass truck tried to ride it, well, pretty much go into my lane with me in it, trying to brush me off my lane. Because you see, for those of you that don't know, when you look at a lane in the street, it could be like 2 lanes or 3 lanes or just 1 lane. If you're in a car and you see 3 lanes, guess what? You're in a car. You only have 3 lanes. For a motorcyclist, each lane is like 3 lanes inside. That's why if you ever notice, you'll see some motorcyclists riding more onto the right side, or some of them will ride in the middle, or some of them will ride more onto the left. Like I said, that 1 lane is 3 lanes for us. I was riding on the far right hand side because I wanted to be seen by everybody on this side. There was really nobody in front of me, so I had like a clear path. Everything was good. This truck tried to switch lane with me right there. So obviously the first thing I did, accelerate a little bit, and I moved over. Like I looked and I saw it happening. Like the fucker didn't see me. Again, yeah, it was like, but because how well, you know, I learned so much from my experience in the school, they covered that stuff. They knew, the instructors were great. They covered everything, like how to react, how to think, everything. So when I saw that, I was like, whoop, accelerated a little bit, and then that's when the truck driver realized, oh shit, because another car that was behind me honked to let the guy know, motherfucker, pay attention. You know what I mean? And it was kind of cool, you know, to have that sort of feeling, like, you know, like I said, yeah, everybody were assholes, but it was like, was I scared? It's hard for me to say yes, because as soon as I saw that happening, instinct kicked in, and because of what I learned, I just knew automatically what to do. So it wasn't like, oh shit, you know, like I screamed or like or froze. It was like I saw that and I'm like, oh hell no, whoop, and yeah. So like I said, I mean, that's why it's good to make sure you have a good school. Even if you are experienced, practice that shit. Go back to the instructor and be like, hey, I know I already passed and everything, but I don't want to waste anybody's time, but can you remind me about certain things? Or, you know, ask a experienced rider, hey, if something like this were to happen, what would you do? You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah. So anyway, I managed to ride it all the way to the location I wanted to drop it off at, and it was kind of cool, and that was a fun experience. Since then, it was like, now I knew I got a motorcycle and it's in the garage. I was like, all right, this became a learning curve for me, because now it's like I want to learn more on how the motorcycle is, so that way I have a better understanding on how to control it. Remember, you got to respect each motorcycle. You can't expect the motorcycle to respect, to just bow down to you. It's a motorcycle. It's a machine. It don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's what I started doing. I just started like, okay, I have a motorcycle, and I need to know how its power delivery is, how smooth it is when it's going cruising, how, everything. I just want to feel the motorcycle to the point where it's like, once I understand how it works, and I have more of a control, it's like me and the motorcycle ended up blending into one, and became one being, where it's like I can now, that was from the early start, but nowadays I can literally hop on a bike and just go, and not think, having to think about, oh, what if, how fast can it go up to this gear? I already know. I know how much power it will give for each gear I put it in, and how to, like if I had to hit the emergency brake, how it reacts to that. It's like you gotta learn all these things with your motorcycle. Also, you gotta break in the tires and everything like that. Another thing I highly recommend: practice riding in both during the day and at night. Not only will you notice the difference, but it'll also change the way you ride. But that's my experience for right now. I will tell more in this motorcycle mentality series, but yeah. Alright then. Later.